Hi guys. Today I'm going to do a chicken pot pie. Basically, I'm going to have chicken, leftover chicken, celery, potatoes, carrots, onions, garlic, and some water. That's about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut it all up, leaving the chicken out because the chicken's already been cooked. So I'm going to cut up all the vegetables and I'm going to put them into a pan and go ahead and cook them up just a little bit. I want to make them a little softer. So I'm going to leave the potatoes out till about halfway through, but I'm going to do the carrots, the celery, the onions, and start getting them soft. About halfway through, I'll add the potatoes, let them soften up a little bit, and basically, once that's all done and it's seasoned to where I want it, it's got enough salt, it's got enough liquid, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the dough and get it ready for the oven. I'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, so what I've done is I've got in the pan, I have carrots and I have celery and a little bit of butter, and I'm letting them cook down a little bit. I'm going to add garlic and onion next, and a little bit of salt. And again, this is salt to taste and the amount that you have. This is 2 large carrots, 2 celery sticks. I'll be adding about a quarter of a medium onion, maybe a third, and I'll be adding probably about 3 cloves of garlic. Alright, let me go ahead and let this cook down a little bit, and I'll add some water after it's cooked down some. I'll come right back to you. Alright guys, now gotta cook down. They're not soft, but they're looking good. Now we're going to throw in, this is 4 golden potatoes. Whoop. If you notice, cut them up about that size. Go ahead and throw in some salt. There we go. It's going to be about, I guess, about 2 cups of water. Now I'm going to bring that up to a boil. And then once it's up to a boil, I'm going to turn it down to about medium low. And I'm going to add the chicken. And I'm going to let it just sit there in a low boil for about 10 minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get it put in the pie pan and covered and put in the oven. I'm going to preheat the oven. When it comes time, I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Be right back. Alright guys, so now what I'm going to do, we've got everything warmed up nice and toasty. By all means, it's not cooked all the way through, but it is nice and warm. I'm going to add some flour in here, and that flour, when it gets inside, is going to thicken up the liquid. And once I do that and mix it in good, I'm going to take and go ahead and put it into the pie shell. pie shell. What I've done is I went ahead and I bought a pre-made shell, and I'm going to drop this in there. And we're going to fill it up nice and full. We're going to make sure to load that liquid up in there also. You want to make sure you have plenty of liquid. And when you're cooking it, you're like, oh man, I think it's going to be too much liquid. Well, not really. So I'm going to go ahead and put the top on it. And the oven's heated. I'm going to put the top on it and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so just layered it over. I'm going to kind of run it right down in the edge. Getting everything packed down in there. And then I'm going to fold it. Kind of pinch it all the way around. I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to pinch it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this onto a cookie sheet. In case it overflows, it'll have something to catch it. I'm going to put a vent up here in the top. And that'll help some of the steam. It'll help some of the steam come out. Whoa, that one's loaded. Alright, so we're going to put this in the oven and get it started. And we'll come back to you as soon as it's done. Okay? Guys, so I just pulled it out. And like I thought, I had some run over. Don't worry about that. That's beautiful. That means you got plenty of liquid in there. And listen. Oh, nice and crisp. Now, that's a chicken pot pie. I'm going to take and just cut into it a little bit. Look at that. Oh my Lord. Let me serve some up. Oh, looky there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Oh, yeah. Well, let's give this a try. Oh, that sounds kind of good. All right, guys. Break it down. Potatoes, carrots, celery, onion, garlic, water, and then the pie shell. You can make your own pie shell, or you can get the pre-bought, pre-made from whatever store you're at. There's many ways to do it. I've been asked to make pie shells to see how I do it, and I'll do one down the road here a little bit, but that's pretty much what we're looking at. Very easy, Not a lot of work, but there's a lot of time in it. Overall, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, because you need to let it sit and cook, and a certain amount of time for this and a certain amount of time for that. Basically, the salt and pepper comes to your taste, whatever it is. Make sure to make it what you want it to be. Also, when you do put it in the oven, I would put a pan underneath it. That way any drippings can run off into that pan and not into your oven. Okay? Y'all have a great day. Go try something new. Have a good day. Bye.